Mark chapter 1. A leper came to Jesus begging him, and kneeling he said to him, "If you choose, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him and said to him, "I do choose. Be made clean." Immediately the leprosy left him, and he was made clean. After sternly warning him, he sent him away at once, saying to him, "See that you say nothing to anyone, but go, show yourself to the priest, and offer for your cleansing what Moses commanded as a testimony to them." But he went out and began to proclaim it freely and spread the word, so that Jesus could no longer go into a town openly, but stayed out in the country, and people came to him from every quarter. A man with leprosy came to Jesus to be healed. A man with a disease. There are many, many diseases in this world that plague us as individuals and plague us as societies. Generational diseases. Every one of us here, I can imagine, has or has had some ailment of some kind that would love to say to Jesus, "Touch me, heal me, cleanse me, take this away from me." The Apostle Paul said about the thorn in his flesh, "I have begged God to take this away, but it's there for a lesson." We all would love to be perfect and whole. As we look over our history, we have always been facing disease. Some greater than others. None greater than the 14th century, when the bubonic plague wiped out 25% of the population. 60 million people died from that disease. 25% of the population. The worst disease in the history of the world. And this leper comes to Jesus. Now remember what I just told you. But he walked right up to Jesus. I can imagine the fear that goes through those gathered around Jesus. What are you doing? This is against the law. You know you can't be here. But he walks directly in front of Jesus. He kneels. And he says, "Lord, if you're willing, you can cure me." And Scripture says, out of compassion or pity, Jesus reached out. Again, imagine the crowd. Imagine the crowd. Here is someone who is going to touch someone with a disease that is spread through contact, physical contact. And Jesus reaches out his hand and touches him and said, "I am willing, be clean." I want to tell you this morning about one of those times. We moved to North Bend from Hamburg, Iowa in December 30th, 1990. And December 31st, that same year, we were invited to the home of a family for New Year's Eve. One of those special days in our lives. So this family became very important to us early on. Very prominent family in the church, in the community, in the state of Nebraska. They were both, but primarily the husband was involved in state politics very heavily. Was on the legislature for many, many years. Very important family in the community. They had 4 children. 3, they were all adults. 3 men and 1 daughter. One of their sons sons lived in North Bend. 2 of them lived in California, and the girl lived in South Africa. It wasn't long after we were there that the mother was diagnosed with cancer. And I was able to be with that family a great deal during that time, and spent time with them. When her death came, we gathered before as a family and made funeral arrangements and plans. And then there was a celebration the night of her funeral. We went to their home and we barbecued out, and we had a wonderful time. We got to know the kids so much better. And one of the sons, James, was gay. Lived in California. Everyone knew that James was gay. And it wasn't long after that James was diagnosed with AIDS. A brilliant young man that lived life to the fullest. And kept a journal. I don't know if he did that all the time, but in the end of his life, he kept a journal of what he was thinking, of what he was feeling. Before he died, he sent me some of his writing, some of the things he had written. And then in his death, in preparation for his funeral, his brother shared with me his diary. And I was able to sit and to read his thoughts and his feelings. And again, I wish we had time that I could read it all to you, because it was so powerful and yet very personal. But I do have one thing that James sent me that I want to read to you this morning. In this special moment in life, think freely. Practice patience. Smile often. Savor special moments. Make new friends. Rediscover old ones. Tell those you love that you do. Feel deeply. Forget trouble. Forgive an enemy. Hope. Grow. Be crazy. Count your blessings. Observe miracles. Let them happen. Discard worry. Give. Give in. Trust enough to take. Pick some flowers. Share them. Keep a promise. And remember, this is coming from a man who knows he's dying. Look for rainbows. Gaze at stars. See beauty everywhere. Work hard. Be wise. Try to understand. Take time for people. Make time for yourself. Laugh heartily. Spread joy. Take a chance. Reach out. Let someone in. Try something new. Slow down. Be soft sometimes. Believe in yourself. Trust others. See a sunrise. Listen to rain. Reminisce. Cry when you need to. Trust life. Have faith. Enjoy wonder. Comfort a friend. Have good ideas. Make some mistakes. Learn from them. Celebrate life. James chose to celebrate life.